Could a kilt be pleated with one box pleat in the middle of the back with knife pleats to the left and to the right of the box pleat?
Yes.
Why, yes.
It's called a Kingussie Pleating.
Or is that Kingussie or Reverse Kingussie?
That's Kingussie.
Okay.
Utilikilt brand, Utility Kilt, is they use what's called Reverse Kingussie Pleating, which is the left side pleats like a normal kilt, where the pleats go around this direction, and then the right side, the pleats wrap around this direction, and they meet in the back like flat with a reverse box pleat inside. So the knife pleats center on the back, and then there's a box pleat on the inside. Kingussie pleating is actually pleated the other direction, so the pleats wrap around towards the front, and in the box in the back there is a single box pleat, typically like 2 inches or so wide. I'm not a big fan of that particular pleating because it always feels to me or looks to me like you have a tail. Just that single wide pleat running down the center of the back all by itself. It looks a little bit off. It is a thing. It has existed. It's found in the Kingussie, I believe it's pronounced Kingussie, region in Scotland. There was a kilt there that was an example piece.
Right. I don't know if there were any other examples, but the specimen they found was from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go hypothetical or not hypothetical, thought on it, Occam's razor, it's I would guess, don't take this as Bible, I'm guessing, or as gospel, I'm guessing. It was a tailor a couple hundred years ago who was monkeying around with something different. Somebody came, I'm taking today's mentality and kind of applying human nature to something a couple hundred years ago, where somebody came in and said, hey, I want to do a kilt, but I want to do something a little bit different. Can you pleat it so that it comes around this way, or a different pleating style so mine is different? That is a complete guess, but that is my guess where it kind of came from, why there is a historical piece that is an example of this.
I was going to say similarly, or it was produced in a relative state of isolation, and neither the customer nor the tailor were exactly sure what they wanted or what should be done, so they just like, well, let's just do it this way. They'll be symmetrical that way. It makes sense. It's symmetrical. And it was a shot in the dark, and the customer was okay with it. Yeah. Now, it survived in somebody's trunk for 200 years, so how often they wore it, maybe it wasn't that successful, but the style has stuck around. It's not super popular, but there are a few people out there who make them, and people do them. I think home kilt makers just make it as a lark. It's kind of just like, it seems fun, it's different.
Yeah, or people, as Lucas would say, people who want the special. Yeah. They want to be special, they want to be different. They would do either, reverse Kingussie or Kingussie pleating, or military box pleating, or box pleating, or there's a few different styles of pleating, but some people just want something to be different. 98.5%, maybe even 99% of kilts today are knife pleated, meaning they all have a knife edge and they all go one direction around the kilt, from your left side wrapping around to the right. Now, there are a few people who specialize or do box pleating, military box pleating, but those are uncommon, and you would have to ask for it and seek out someone who's willing to do that style of pleating specifically for you, because again, 99% of people, kilt makers, just do the one style, or they charge an inordinate amount for a different style of pleating because it's not the same, takes more time, because you're kind of reinventing the wheel. Mac, do you have any thoughts on the Kingussie pleating or the sample thing? I know you like history as well as Eric.
Yeah, I'm I could easily believe that it was done that way, or just somebody was trying something different. Or the other thought I had is somebody started making it, that person died or left or whatever happened to them. Somebody else picked it up and finished it, and they went the wrong way. It could be that simple.
Yeah, it's part of a suit. The
Yeah,
original
it's
Kingussie kilt is part of there's a matching tartan jacket and waistcoat that go with it.
Then it could
if
be
I'm not
something
mistaken.
more of a formal. Somebody looking for something a little bit more
Somebody-
formal
they
to wear.
thought it
You know,
looked cool at the
Yeah.
ball. Yep.
it's
Yeah, kilt making in general, the evolution of the kilt. It's not a straight line, A to Z. There's offshoots. There's people doing fun, funky, funny stuff with the kilt back then as there is now. Like, look at, like, 21st century kilts. Making tweed or saran wrap or snakeskin or denim kilts with pockets on the outside. Fast forward 200 years, someone's going to look at that and say, see, someone was doing it. That existed for a reason. There was enough of a market that a thing existed.
Yeah.
So it's not a to Z straight line, evolution. There are branches off the evolutionary tree,
Yeah. On the other hand, I think we always say in the historical community that you can't assume just because they could do something, they did. I had a friend who tried to make the argument that you could argue that blue jeans would be period correct for the Renaissance because they had indigo dye, they had heavy twill cotton, they could have made a fabric like that, therefore they could have made blue jeans, therefore I'm going to wear blue jeans. It's like, no, dude, come on. Very funny, haha.
That's a lazy person.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to.
Well, it's just he's just trying to be a gadfly.
I know.
But yeah, so don't make those assumptions either. It's a balance.
Agreed.
Hey, thanks for joining us for this video. If you enjoyed it, please let us know in the comments, and be sure to check out our other stuff. If you're looking for more Celtic community and kilted community, you can follow us on Facebook, and more importantly, you can check out the Kilts and Culture Facebook group, where you will find hundreds of other guys who are exploring this stuff and enjoying it and sharing what they're doing. We hope to see you there. Take care.